Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're seeing right now in the AFC North is nothing short of seismic. The Pittsburgh Steelers, a team with a storied history and a proud tradition of competing at the highest level, are suddenly faced with a blockbuster move that could reshape the division. And it's all centered around Joey Porter Jr., the talented cornerback out of Pittsburgh, who's not just a promising rookie but a player who's been making waves all season long. And believe me, the news surrounding his potential trade to the Baltimore Ravens has sent shockwaves through the league. It's a move that's packed with implications, both immediate and long-term, for these AFC North rivals. Let's start by understanding exactly who Joey Porter Jr. is. For those of you who follow college football, you already know he was a top 40 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, according to ESPN, and he was also recognized as an All-Rookie in 2023. That's no small feat. The guy is a lockdown corner with incredible coverage skills, a physical presence on the field, and a knack for making plays when it counts. In his career so far, he's logged 4 interceptions, 28 pass defenses, and earned a stellar 85. 6 PFF coverage grade. His allowed completion percentage, just 52.3%, that's elite. In 2025, through October 19, he's already accumulated 3 interceptions and 12 pass defenses, with a PFF grade of 84. His metrics are impressive across the board. Quarterback rating allowed of just 72.1, yards per target at 6.2, EPA per target at -0.35. And let's not forget, he's been a top-tier man coverage guy, with over 300 snaps in that coverage, ranking among the best in the league. And in Week 4, he shut down one of the league's top wide receivers, allowing 0 catches on 8 targets. That's the kind of player you want on your team, especially in a division that's becoming more competitive every year. But this move isn't just about Porter Jr.'s individual talent. It's about the strategic shifts that come with it. The Steelers, despite their 4-2 record, have some pressing needs. They're looking to bolster their depth at wide receiver, especially after the injury to Austin III, which has made the team focus more on their passing attack. And with that, they're also looking to free up some salary cap space, about $8 million, to give rookies like Beanie Bishop a shot at more playing time. It's a smart move, allowing them to develop their younger players while managing their cap for future extensions, particularly for key offensive players like Metcalf, whose deal could hit around $25 million. The Steelers are also clearly prioritizing their offense, especially with the looming importance of quarterback upgrades and a focus on building a potent passing game that can compete with the best of the league. So in this context, trading away Joey Porter Jr. might seem like a risk, but it's also a calculated move to strengthen their overall roster, especially the offense. Now, let's talk about what this trade means for the Ravens. The move to acquire Porter Jr. isn't just about filling a roster spot, it's a statement. The Ravens, currently sitting at 3-3 in the AFC North, are clearly making a push. They're adding an elite cornerback who's projected to add around 5 interceptions in 2025 and provide a 20% boost in coverage efficiency. This is huge, especially when you consider Lamar Jackson's recent performance, an impressive QB rating of 98, and a defense that has been somewhat inconsistent in recent years. Porter Jr. fits perfectly into their scheme because he's a player who can mirror top receivers thanks to his 6'2" frame and 4.46 speed. That's not just physical attributes, that's game-changing ability. He's a player who can lock down receivers and force turnovers, which historically has been a game-changer for defenses. And when you add a player of his caliber to the mix, the Ravens' chances of elevating their defense into the elite tier increase dramatically. Let's not forget how this impacts their entire team dynamic. The Ravens, under head coach John Harbaugh, have been known for their strategic defense and ability to generate turnovers. Adding Porter Jr. complements Marlon Humphrey and strengthens their run defense, especially against tough divisional opponents like the Steelers and Browns. It also opens up opportunities for more aggressive coverage schemes, which could lead to more turnovers, something that's crucial in close division battles. Plus, With Lamar Jackson leading the offense, a more opportunistic defense means more possessions and scoring chances. It's a symbiotic relationship. Improving the secondary boosts the entire team's chances of winning games, especially against high-powered offenses. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The Ravens, by making this move, are essentially elevating their Super Bowl odds. From plus 7,000 to plus 2,000, according to some betting markets, that's a significant jump. Adding Porter Jr. as an X factor in the playoffs could mean a plus 25% increase in interceptions during the postseason, which is absolutely massive. Imagine him lining up against the top offenses in the league, Steelers, Chiefs, or whoever makes it deep into the playoffs, and swinging the game with a crucial pick or a game-changing play. This move signals that the Ravens are all in this season, and they believe that this defensive upgrade could be the final piece they need to get over the hump and contend for their first Super Bowl in years. Of course, all of this doesn't come without some risk for the Steelers. Trading away a top young talent like Porter Jr. is never easy, especially when he's still in the early stages of his career. But the Steelers are in a bit of a tricky spot financially, needing to manage their cap for offensive extensions, which are becoming more expensive every year. Moving Porter Jr. allows them to free up that cap space, invest in their offense, and continue building around their core. It's a calculated gamble, focusing on a more dynamic offense, especially with a quarterback like Kenny Pickett, and trusting their young secondary to step up. The Steelers have accumulated draft picks, which suggests they're planning a long-term rebuild, but that also means they're willing to take some short-term hits to set up future success. The secondary, which was already solid, now faces the challenge of replacing Porter Jr. with rookies like Beanie Bishop, who will get their shot to prove themselves. Meanwhile, for the AFC North as a whole, this trade could be a real game-changer. The division has been fiercely competitive, with the Ravens and Steelers often battling for supremacy. This move by Baltimore could give them a significant edge, especially in tight games where turnovers and defensive stops are the difference. The Steelers, on the other hand, will need to adapt quickly and find ways to compensate for the loss of such a talented young cornerback. They've shown resilience all season, and with their 4-2 record, they're still very much in the hunt. But it's clear that the AFC North is shifting, and the Ravens are positioning themselves as serious contenders, all while the Steelers focus more on their offensive development. So, what does this mean for the future? Well, it's clear that both teams have different philosophies right now, Baltimore going all in to bolster their defense and try to make a playoff push, and the Steelers taking a more measured approach, balancing cap management and youth development. But for us Steelers fans, it's a bittersweet moment. We've seen Joey Porter Jr. grow into a top-tier talent, and losing him hurts. There's no denying it. But this move also underscores how competitive and strategic the NFL has become, where even promising young players can be moved if it means setting up for future success. And let's be honest, this division is only going to get tougher. The Browns are improving, and the Bengals are always in the mix. So every move counts, and this trade is a clear statement from the Ravens. They're serious about winning now. And that's what makes this offseason so fascinating. You see teams adjusting, making bold moves, and shifting the balance of power. The Steelers are still in the mix, trying to build a team that can return to the playoffs and contend for a Super Bowl, but they're doing it with a focus on offense and smart cap management. Meanwhile, Baltimore is making a statement that they're willing to shake things up to go all in. This rivalry, which has always been one of the most intense in the NFL, just got even hotter, and we, as fans, are in for an exciting ride. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what this means in terms of playoff potential. The Ravens, with this addition, could see their odds of making a deep postseason run increase significantly, with Porter Jr. Boosting their secondary, you could see a scenario where they generate more turnovers, reduce opponents' scoring opportunities, and give Lamar Jackson even more chances to shine. That's a recipe for postseason success. For the Steelers, though, it's a reminder that they need to keep evolving. Their focus on offense and developing young talent like Beanie Bishop is vital if they want to stay competitive. The AFC North is becoming a battleground where every game will matter even more, and these moves could be the difference between a playoff appearance and an early offseason. And let's not forget the historical context. The Steelers have always been known for their tough, physical defense, but in recent years, their secondary has been a work in progress. Losing Joey Porter Jr., who's shown he can be a shutdown corner, is a blow, but it's also a part of the NFL's business. Teams are constantly retooling, making strategic moves to stay ahead. The Ravens, on the other hand, are embracing that philosophy fully. They're not just trying to patch holes. They're making bold, calculated moves to elevate their entire team. And for us Steelers fans, it's a reminder that the division is only going to get more competitive, more intense, and more thrilling. In conclusion, folks, this trade has all the makings of a defining moment in the AFC North this season. The move to acquire Joey Porter Jr. by the Ravens signals their serious intent to contend, to challenge the Steelers' dominance and to shake up the division standings. For the Steelers, it's a call to action, continue developing, adapt, and keep fighting. The NFL is a league of constant change, and right now, the AFC North is at the heart of that change. We're in for a wild ride, and I couldn't be more excited to see how it all unfolds. So keep your eyes peeled, stay passionate, and make sure you're subscribed because I'll be right here, bringing you all the latest updates, analysis, and insights on your Pittsburgh Steelers and the entire league. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you think losing Joey Porter Jr. will hurt the team long-term, or do you see the cap flexibility and offensive focus as a smart play? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news from the NFL. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team no matter what. Thanks for being here, and as always, go Steelers.